Riverbed Steelhead Appliance provides dramatic acceleration of Microsoft SharePoint environments. The Rio 6.1 update for Steelhead appliances builds upon existing HTTP and HTTPS acceleration capabilities with the addition of authentication optimization. I would like to demonstrate firsthand the impact that Riverbed has on a typical SharePoint environment. In this demonstration, there is a wide area network set up with 1.5 megabits per second of bandwidth and 100 milliseconds of round-trip time latency. On one side of this wide area network there is a client, and on the other side there is a SharePoint server. For the purpose of comparison, we have two network paths. One is unoptimized without Riverbed, and the other is optimized with Riverbed Steelhead appliances running Rio 6.1. Let's take a look at a common use case where there is a SharePoint portal with a folder of shared files. Let's go ahead and download one of these files from this portal. So in this case, there's a file named Exchange Large that's about 6 megabytes in size. And this file that I'm downloading takes just a couple of seconds to download in a local area network. However, over this 100 milliseconds of round-trip time latency wide area network, this operation takes in excess of 2 minutes to complete. And what's going on in the background is several hundreds of transactions between the client and the SharePoint server, and each transaction is incurring the penalty of that round trip time. So let's go ahead and cancel that operation. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make sure that the Steelhead appliance is configured and enabled on this network, and specifically the HTTP optimizations are enabled and in place and ready to optimize. So now that the Steelhead appliances are and the configurations are in place, let's verify a couple more configuration elements. Turn on URL learning as well as parse and prefetch, and we'll go ahead and turn on some authentication tuning as well. Let's go ahead and minimize that, and let's bring up the SharePoint environment again. So let's try to download that same file. Now this time with Steelhead appliances enabled, as soon as I click save, less than 2 seconds. So what started out in excess of 2 minutes takes less than 2 seconds with Riverbed Steelhead appliance optimizations in place.